Did Jeremy actually say $80 billion in market cap? If the Tattooed Chef actually had an 80 billion market cap from where they're at today, which is about $1.5 billion, that would be a growth of about 53x. Now, we all know that Jeremy from Financial Education really loves the Tattooed Chef, but a 53x from where they are at today, does that make sense? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on the PlantStock channel here tonight. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Jesse, and on this channel, we focus on plant-based companies and stocks, like the Tattooed Chef, Beyond Meat, and the Very Good Food Company, to name a few. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you want to keep getting information regarding these different plant-based companies, make sure to subscribe and don't forget that bell button. And if you feel that you want to help me out to spread this channel to more people out there, I would really appreciate an early thumbs up, so smash that like button. Now, if we take a look at the stock chart, ticker symbol TTCF, we can see that right now it is around 18 bucks US dollars, and that the last month has been kind of a rough ride. It's gone down from 22 bucks to about $18. And I think we know what it's related to. It's related to that there's talk about inflation, people are nervous, it is an uncertain market, and disruptive companies like the Tattooed Chef will take a hard fall when it comes to these times. But when things stable, usually that means that it will also fly up with time. So this is what Jeremy stated a couple of days ago.
Unreal long-term upside for the stock. This company, in my opinion, is going to become a 10 years, if we fast forward 10 years from now, Tattooed Chef is a food giant. It's not just some kind of niche company over here. It's a food giant and one of the largest food companies in the world in 10 years, in my personal opinion. And if it's going there, we're talking about 20, 40, 60, maybe even $80 billion market cap long term for this company. That's truly where I believe this company is going. That's why I continue to invest heavily.
So there you have it, folks. 20, 40, 60, or maybe even $80 billion in market cap. Well, I do really like that Jeremy gives himself a lot of wiggle room here, right? From 20 to $80 billion. That's pretty smart. But we have to keep in mind that his $80 billion thesis is, of course, very extremely bullish. There's no question about that. And also, do not forget, he's talking about the very long term here, right? He's not talking about next year. He's not talking about 2 years or even 5 years from now. He's talking about 10 years or more. So the question we need to ask ourselves, is this reasonable? Could it be 40, 60, or even $80 billion? And before I answer that, I would really want to hear what you feel about this. Let me know down in the comments. Now, that it would be a $20 billion market cap actually does make sense to me. I mean, sure, if we take a look at the industry leader, Beyond Meat, they're around $10 billion right now, which is half of that. But we're talking about 10 years or more in the future, right? So in 10 years from now, I actually do see that Beyond Meat will be not only more than 20 billion, I actually believe that they could be above $80 billion and more. But what about the chef? Well, 30 to 40 billion also seems possible in my eyes, especially if they go fully plant-based with time, as I have stated on many occasions. 80 billion, however, is extremely speculative and extremely bullish. With that said, I don't think it's impossible. And why is that? First of all, we have to understand that this would more than likely mean that they have expanded their product line from only producing frozen food. They would have to move into other forms of food products. Maybe start producing more meat alternatives that doesn't have to be in the frozen aisle, going into snacks and maybe beverages. Who knows? They might move into alternative dairy products. But also, do remember that we are quickly moving into a new paradigm shift, which will lead to a much larger population of the world that will start to eat more and more plant-based. It doesn't mean that everyone will go vegan in the next 10 years, but we will see more flexitarians. And I actually do believe that we'll see a lot more people going fully plant-based, not only for ethical reasons, but for sustainability and health reasons. Governments won't be able to keep supporting animal agriculture companies with subsidies. it won't be profitable if we can't survive on the planet, right? So I do expect that we'll see a shift in subsidies towards plant-based food industries instead, meaning that plant-based food will eventually be cheaper than animal protein. Companies like the Tattoo Chef will then be perfectly situated. I mean, 10 years ago, who would have believed that Tesla would grow to where they are at today? And how much have they actually grown? Well, about 180x since 10 years ago, which is about 18,000%. Now, obviously, I'm also talking about when they were up at their max, which was around $900, but I do expect them to be there really soon, and they'll go beyond, no doubt. Now, there might be some of you who might say, well, you can't really compare cars and food. And I think you absolutely can in this situation, because one of them is an absolute necessity, and another one is a necessity at times. Many people in the EV space do see the shift to electric cars as a given that we need to stop with fossil fuels. Yet, we eat maybe 3 to 5 times a day, something that is much more important than driving, and something that actually has a much larger footprint on the environment than cars, and also a huge effect on our health and animals. So if you think that the EV space is a disrupted growth market, then think about it. It is nothing compared to the disruptive force that plant-based food will be. And we will have several growth beasts in the coming years, and I do believe that Tattoo Chef will be one of them. People, we ain't seen nothing yet. Folks, I would really like to know what you feel about this. Let me know down in the comments. Well, folks, that was it for today. I truly hope you got some value in today's video, and if you did, please help me out and smash that like button. And if you want to keep getting more information regarding Tattoo Chef or other plant-based companies, make sure to subscribe and do not forget that bell button. And before I let you go, do not forget this is not financial advice. These are just my own opinions and thoughts. It's important to always do your own due diligence and invest safe. Hope to see you soon. Have a great Friday. Peace out.